May 5th, 2021. Do, 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 do.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Hey, sucker, that's why Jean looks so wallen, lost jaw logs and white timbers. And Shaka, I see was on his army. Yeah, Shaka when all the walls fall. Ha 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 ha. But I don't know if Jean-Luc gets these lost jaw logs and white timber. They're falling again. Good night, Elytra, we love you. Dathan has left the planet. Green glass screen, play some blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a Joe's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a vegan with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play. Excavate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Stream it. Fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any size screen. Back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server. The whitelist is closed, so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCrafters you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hills on a roll with HermitCraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the Nashville sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Joe. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. brought out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm down here in slot 7 with my face cam on. Just so you know, if you've never seen a Joe Hills stream before, here's how things work. While we're setting up, we'll be kind of gathering some of the things we need to record my upcoming episode 79 of HermitCraft Season 7. If you notice the camera's a little small, that's because every tip-in milestone we hit, the camera gets a little bit bigger. And we are 20 away from that first tip-in milestone. Tips are appreciated and welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Let's see. It is Wednesday, which is the first day of my streaming week. I stream Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, I take off to join my friend Quinn and some other friends of ours for Pathfinder. So I'm coming in feeling pretty refreshed. I actually kind of took like a 15-20 minute nap before the stream, which was nice. And yeah. If you other things, let's see, what else do you need to know to watch this stream? If you're like, who's Joe talking to? He says one thing to one, says, "Hi Joe, I live in Seattle, and every time I see a container ship on the water, I feel like now I have to go watch some Joe Hills." And you're like, what? I don't see that message. That's because I'm reading from 3 separate chats: my Patreon Discord chat, my twitch.tv/Joe Hills chat, and my youtube.com/Joe Hills TSD chat. Oh, also, people are talking in the YouTube chat about Dahlia's awesome drawing. Let's go ahead. I'm going to post a Twitter link to that real quick. If you haven't seen this, Dahlia did this incredible drawing of me 2 nights ago, and I didn't see it until after my stream, so this is the first stream again. But yeah, at first I was like, is this a photograph of me? But no, this is pastels on paper. Very, very, very impressive. So thank you so much, Dahlia, for putting that effort in. Like, you know, I don't always like talk about the fan art, but it is something that I enjoy seeing. One of the reasons I don't want to talk about it too much is because I don't want people to see like me responding to certain types of fan art and be like, oh, that's the kind I need to make. Because I think fan art needs to be by the fans, for the fans. I don't want to taint the expectation of what is good Joe Hills fan art by expressing an opinion. But anyway, sometimes when I see something where somebody put in a lot of work, I'm like, this is good. This is not the only way to do it, but you know, I just wanted to quickly spotlight, this is a really cool thing that Dahlia made, and I appreciate it. And I do see all the fan art that y'all tag me with on Twitter. I don't really look at the Tumblr fan art as much anymore. I used to look at that at my lunch break at my old job, but now that my schedule's nuts, that doesn't really happen the same way. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Dahlia. The green screen glow is especially something that a lot of people are noticing as a really cool detail. I appreciate it. I think it's great. So thank you, Dahlia, for that. Oh, other things. In Twitter news, I posted on Twitter today a poll, and I'm going to give everybody a minute or two to answer the poll if you haven't already. Here's the poll URL. And the question in the poll, it's a yes or no question, very simple, is, have you considered microblogging? And I was reading up on polling techniques and problems with polls today before I wrote that, because apparently there were a lot of issues where the polls in the latest presidential elections just didn't necessarily reflect reality in some ways, and they're trying to find ways to have better polls and better questions and things like that. And so I was like, I'm going to try putting a poll together and see if the results demonstrate what I'm expecting. So anyway, I'll give everybody a little bit of time to fill that out. We have 556 votes when I posted the link. So if I refresh this, well, we still have 556 votes. So maybe I'll give people a minute to do that. Oh, also, we just got our first tip of the evening rolling in here via PayPal. 1 second while I pull that up. It looks like it is from Red Rags 7. Thank you, Red Rags 7, for tipping 40. That is 2 face camera milestones right out the gate. Awesome. And Red Rag 7 writes, Joe had a little extra in the budget and wanted to use it to support the arts. Thanks for the amazing content. Thank you, Red Rags, for helping me make this show free for everyone. I always tell people you don't have to feel obliged to tip, but if you have a little bit extra to support the arts, I appreciate it if you consider me. So thank you very much, Red Rag 7. Let's go ahead. Please direct your attention down here to slot 7. We'll take care of that first face camera expansion. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-do-do-do-do, dee-do-do-do-do-do. That was number 1. But now it's time to get a little bit larger. With each milestone we hit, the camera gets a little bit bigger. So why don't we see what that looks like? Expand. Alrighty, so there we are now. Feeling pretty good here. Got my chroma key tank top. I'm using my slime for a green screen. I probably should put the green paint in there. Now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. Grant, there is... You derailed the chat with your technical problems so badly the other day that I had to add a rule saying, please don't derail the chat complaining about YouTube's chat problems. YouTube chat has a bunch of issues, and it's outside of my control, and I just want to do a show. So, yeah. Like, deal with it? But not here. Okay, so... But yeah, that is literally in the rules now. Feel free to review the rules. Okay. So Hawkward97 says, hey Joe, hey chat, that poll had me dying earlier. Devin Crotties says, OMG, that poll. Daniel McGrail says, I took a probability and stats course in high school, so I know all about the possible problems with polls. So here's the thing about that poll. The reason that poll is a bad poll. Okay, let's see. We went from 556 votes to 580 votes. So some of y'all did have a chance to vote. The question is, have you considered microblogging? And I posted this on Twitter. Twitter was launched as a microblogging platform. Okay? This is what Twitter is. Twitter is a microblogging platform. But the only people that call it that are really tech-focused people who care deeply about certain elements of social media and things like that. Twitter themselves probably hasn't called themselves a microblogging platform. If I go to their main page, if I'm not logged in, if I go to just twitter.com, and I'm not logged into Twitter, I don't see microblogging anywhere, right? So on a platform where 100% of the people have been involved with microblogging in some way, 81% of 580 people are saying, no, I have not considered microblogging. Now, it's really possible that a lot of people on Twitter are very inconsiderate, and they microblog all the time, they just don't think about it. But this is, Arrow Awesome says, I guess this is why you Google words before answering a poll. No, this is an example of why when you are creating a poll, you have to know what people actually think, not just what you mean. Like, for example, there is an American healthcare law called the Affordable Care Act that gave people with pre-existing conditions and a bunch of other situations the opportunity to get health insurance in the United States. And one of my friend's uncles was talking about how he was supporting a politician that was going to repeal Obamacare. And my friend was like, but don't you get your health insurance through that? And the uncle's like, no, I get my health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. You know, it's all those lazy people on Obamacare that are going to get kicked off. And my friend's just like, no, that's like the nickname for that. Like, the guy didn't know. And so if you were writing a poll saying, you know, do you depend like asking people about whether or not they support repealing Obamacare or if they support repealing the Affordable Care Act, they might not know those are the same thing, right? So, also, it looks like we have a tip here from Tommy Boy, who tips 5 and says, "Hey, Joe, this one's in honor of NJ's birthday. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes." Oof. Thanks, Tommy. I don't know if NJ is actually here yet. We'll sing to NJ later because it is NJ's birthday. But yeah. So anyway, that's just a little experiment I wanted to try. I did not expect 80%. I was thinking, well, and this is part of this too, demonstrates my own ignorance of like what the broader world cares about technology companies and stuff. Because, like, you know, I publish stuff on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch, and so I'm really in the weeds with this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, probably only half of people know that Twitter is a microblogging service. So this will be funny when half of the people say yes and half of them say no on a service that is a microblogging service. But I was wrong. In trying to make my point, I underestimated, like, a lot of times what you think is common knowledge isn't common knowledge. And it's not because other people are ignorant. It's because what's important to you in your life frequently cannot possibly be important equally to other people because they've got their own lives and their own priorities, you know? This is a big thing about cultivating empathy, I think, is realizing how involved people are in what they're doing and how involved you are in what you are doing, like, means that there will be just these gulfs. And that's okay. Nobody's wrong. You don't need to know this. This is trivia. But, like, if I assume people know it, and I go out there and I'm like going to give a talk at a convention about using microblogging to help your YouTube or something, people will be like, if people come in and don't know what that is, like, I should have named the talk something different. Hey, NJ's here now. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a NJ Coffee Junkie. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tumblr is just a blog, not a microblog. Okay. Yeah, Tumblr is a blogging platform, I'm pretty sure. A lot of things are dying outside. That's okay. So, we came back here for a few reasons. One, we wanted to get iron. I wanted to see how to make... What are the normal lanterns? Are they just iron and torches? Clearly, I don't have... Oh, maybe I need coal for those. Yeah, maybe I need coal for those. I was hoping I could use existing torches. Iron nuggets. Oh, it is iron nuggets. You're right. Okay. Cool. Because, yeah, we need... I had an idea. So, now that we've kind of got this started, and we did a little bit of work on the cave on the last stream, I wanted to... Okay, I've got a few things I need to do. One thing I need to do is I need to go to my YouTube, and I need to find the last episode of Decked Out I did, and see what I had left on the board. Okay. So, it looks like my final Decked Out video went out October 21st. And it's an hour long. Sheesh. Okay. So, at the end... I'm in front of the board here, and what do I have left? It looks like I had a spider eye, a bread, Let's see. I had a spider eye, a bread, a snow block. Okay, so we have a spider eye. I can go get a bread. I can make a bread. That's not a problem. I did visit decked out. No, the thing is that the stuff that I had on the board at the end of the game has been cleared. Tango cleared all the boards for, what do you call it? For cleaning purposes. Okay, so let's see. I've got the footage rolling now. I'm about to turn the corner and see what stuff I have. Oh, dang it. Okay, so it looks like I have a sea lantern, a snow block, a spider eye, and a bread. Okay. So we can, yeah, for lag reduction. I think Decked Out 2 is going to definitely be a Season 8 thing. Okay. So, let's go ahead here. I think I'm... Oh, yeah. I was going to say, somewhere back here I had some wheat somewhere. If I could just remember where. There we go. That's enough to make the bread we need. And... Dang it. Let's get that off our hotbar so we don't accidentally eat it. Yeah, I think the new Decked Out game is going to depend on stuff in the next update. So, and yeah, let's see. We are going to need then to pull... See, was this the lighting one? Okay, so here's a snow block. In terms of a sea lantern, I don't know if I have a single sea lantern anywhere. Can you make those out of prismarine crystals, or... Dang it. I think that the logical thing to do here would be to steal a sea lantern from something I've already built, but I don't know if I've used a single sea lantern this entire season. I had some that I used in the XB Crafted's base area, but I think I mostly got those from XB's base, and so I left them there. But yeah, that's a good point, Mahi's Zero. Made with prismarine shards and crystals. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've only got the crystals. And there's no way to get shards back out of here. So... Wait. Did we have some in the tropical fish area? I don't want to desecrate this because it's a... Yeah, see, these fish are part of that charity thing. But we might have left some in the box here. Love tropics, medium fish. Ah, here we are, sea lantern. Okay, so I'm realizing too, I need to figure out what these things were named. So, oh man, that's gonna be a problem. Like, I don't know the set names. I gotta see if, like, when I hover over them. Well, you know what? It's fine. We'll just put them on the board without having it, Ow, my body. Ow. This is not going as well as I was hoping. It's fine. Luckily, we needed ink anyway. But we're not picking it up for some reason. Where'd the other inks go? Did we pick them up? Did they disappear? Yeah, so it's something in the ocean set, but I don't know what. Okay. No, I don't know that board game, Jason. I am looking forward to playing some board games, though. The first weekend of October at Tennessee Game Days. So if y'all are in the Nashville area, I am 100% committed to attending Tennessee Game Days this fall. I've already booked my hotel room. I'm going to go ahead and post that link in the chats there. Yeah, the hotels are pretty cheap this year. So even though it's technically like a local con for me, with my digestive issues and stuff, it's easier for me to have a place to go lay down after meals if I need to and stuff. So I've already spent the money. I'm going. So yeah, let's go ahead and put a... So the snow block was, I think it was snow block, spider eye, bread. And then the sea lantern was there. Boop. Awesome. Okay, great. So we've got that set up. We need to clear our inventory and do some other rough setup stuff for the next segment, because I'm going to start recording the next segment there and then fly up and out is my plan, and over and back down into here. And then I'll be like, and as you can see, I've been doing some work in my cave as well. I was inspired by Cleo's efforts during the latest Hermits Helping Hermits. Ooh, let's to add flowers to her zoo, and you know, so I started replacing all the red and yellow flowers down here for the bees. Now, one thing I noticed though, so what I need to do is I need to get a count on how many of these floating torches we have roughly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26. Basically, it looks like approximately 50. So I need to make 50 lanterns is the plan. Okay. So let's go ahead up vines here. It's not upstairs really. Yeah, we need at least 10. I made 21 lanterns, but like that clearly I don't want to interrupt my flow in the middle of the thing making more. I'd rather, like, I'm trying to get my segments to be more cohesive and have like fewer random cuts in the middle. Okay. Now we also are going to want to free up some of our inventory for bone meal purposes. Okay. Hey, phantom membrane. I probably want to put that in with that for now. Wait, one of these randomly had... Okay. Extra bread. Why is the phantom membrane in that? Okay. So slime blocks. Right now, we'll just hold off there. We do have a lot of slime we can consolidate too. Perjinjo, yes, my daughter and I are doing well, thank you. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun playing Pokemon Snap the last few days. Okay, so let's double check, make sure I haven't missed any tips. Nope, looks like we are good on that front. Tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, let's see. Have we gotten any more votes on my poll? 584. Yep, 80, almost 82% no. Still, I'm loving that. Okay, so thank you to everybody who voted for sharing and helping me make that point. Okay. So, let's see. Nighttime. Don't want that. Okay, we can offload one of these rockets. What else are we gonna need for this? We're gonna need scaffolds. So we've got some scaffolds. At this point, I think we're out of iron if we need it. There's an extra scaffold at least. Extra iron bar. Okay. Now we have more slime balls. Sticks. Throw those in there. I feel like my inventory is so terrible at this point from like this random build stuff. But like if I don't like try to remotely keep it under control, it's only gonna get worse. Okay, so yeah. Zombie cartographer head. Pufferfish head. Okay. Persian Joe, I don't have bits and gift subs disabled. They just aren't enabled. Like, you have to sign a contract with Amazon to get those, and I didn't want to do that. So, like, saying they were disabled would make it sound like they were ever turned on, and they are not. And probably are unlikely to ever be. Okay. So... But, like I said, direct tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills, if you like. Okay. So, to stick the landing there, we're going to need to have those enabled. Okay. So, let's see if we can actually do this. So... we're going to block out the scene. So, talk, 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 talk. Walk, 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 walk. Look up, find my light. Okay, hold on. So, for find my light. Find my light here. There we are. So, that's 4 blocks out. So normally, finding your light is a lot easier because lights are hot. So if your face is hot, then you kind of know that you're standing in the right place. But because this is a video game and my face is always hot, we can't lean on that. So instead, we have to make sure that we're 4 blocks up here. Okay, so. So, talk, talk, talk. Walk, walk, walk. Woo! Can I actually land in... There's no feasible way, though, for me to actually end up in the hole I need to. Okay, so this is where this breaks down. I'm gonna have to switch. Ah, thank you, Persian Joe. Okay, whoa, that was passable. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any possible way for me to make that jump top to bottom. But I do think that just coming out of the steam pipe here will be impressive enough that people won't fault me for having to switch to first person for that next bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this in here so that we're all set up. No, I said be all set up. Fly the boat. Hey, it looks like we just got 20 rolling in, and presumably that was from Persian Joe. Although there's no message on there. But anyway, thank you very much. That is going to put us $5 past our next face camera expansion target. Thank you for supporting the arts, and specifically my show. Every time we hit one of those milestones or slightly exceed it like we did by $5, in this case, we're going to expand. So there you go. Thank you very much. Hi, it's me. I'm bigger now. Actually, I was always this size, but the camera, like, the appearance got stretched. Like butter over so much bread. Okay. Awesome. Yay, positive attribution, success. Okay. Let's see. Next problem. We need to... Okay, so we're gonna start recording in here. Yeah, I feel like the camera just keeps like every night it just like gently tilts up a little bit, and I don't know what to do about it. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we are going to start here. Rocket in hand, helmet off, leggings off. Okay, we need the boots and the elytra for the jump, though. Disable overlays. So, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, you might not realize that when the cameras go off, that's when the recording starts. So we're going to hit start recording. HermitCraft, Season 7, Episode 79, Segment Charlie, Take 1, and action. Having survived that deadly flame above here, I have now also stocked this wall with some fancy replicas of my decked out trophies. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the originals, but I think that those are going to look good for everybody who wants to stop by. Now, that isn't all we're doing today, though, folks. No. We also want to visit our cave, because we're going to get all these tourists swinging by to visit the gallery up there. They might also want to stop by my cave. So, inspired by Zombie Cleo's incredible efforts on her Hermit Zoo to replace all the ugly red and yellow flowers with beautiful multicolored flowers, and aided by the fact that when I helped Cleo with this on Hermits Helping Hermits, we had to figure out where the flower biome was. I mean, we found the flower biome anyway, so I figured, like, why don't I just go back there and then grab a bunch of flowers and put them all in, right? So now, dang it, thank you, Slimes. I am trying to have a nice conversation with the good people of the YouTube comment section. Thank you. Finally a little bit of peace. Okay, let's put this blue orchid back now. Boom, there we go. So now, I pulled out all the poppies and the yellow flowers or whatever, replaced them with a bunch of other ones. I mowed down a lot of the double high grass. I didn't get all the double high, but enough of it that I feel like it showcases the flowers a little bit better. And as I'm looking around here, though, the one thing that really super looks unfinished is I had originally planned to place end rods on the top of these purple bits of floating glass to make sure that no mobs spawn on top of my chorus fruit farm. However, I realized end rods are too expensive for me to deal with in a manageable amount of time, and I'm not sure they'd even look good. So instead, I've got these lanterns here. I'm kind of thinking what I'll do is just hang a lantern from every one of these torches, and maybe that'll look good. This one's going to have to go, though, because, yeah, it was too close to the ground. But, core concept, I think that this could look really cool. So, why don't we go ahead and do a little bit of a time-lapse of me working on this while I talk about something else going on with me. I don't know if y'all have seen, but there is a new Pokemon Snap game that just came out. This is not the sort of thing where I'm like, oh, hey guys, you got to check this out because I was directly involved with its production. I was not, but I do have fond memories of playing Pokemon Snap with my neighbors when I was a kid in middle school or so. And my daughter was really excited to give this a try because she really liked how colorful and bright the trailers were. And, like, I think, you know, with everybody being stuck inside for so long, these last few weeks or months, over a year now, the idea of, like, oh, hey, it's a game with some beautiful landscapes in it, that goes pretty far, right? So, you know, I went ahead and I picked that up on launch day because, you know, it's one of those things. She had her heart set on it, and she's been putting up with a lot, you know. I mean, we all have. But, you know, I thought, like, oh, this will be fun. Even though it's a single-player game, it's something that we can put up on the TV and kind of take turns playing. She can play it on her Switch Lite and then coach me when I play on the big Nintendo. And it was a pretty good time. At this point, we've both beaten the game, quote unquote, in terms of, like, we've completed the story, but there's still a lot of content left. And if you've got kids in that, like, 8 to 10 range, it seems like a pretty good game for them. It's also pretty good if you're an adult in the 30 to 40 range, probably. At least I can only speak about myself and my daughter here, but other people I've talked to seem to be enjoying it as well. So if you're looking for something new to play, and because, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm so hyped about this new PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's like, well, do you have a PlayStation 5 yet? Well, no, but, you know, it's going to be here soon. And I was like, okay, well, here's something you can play now. And, like, honestly, one thing that jumps out at me about the game is every single part of it is a little bit better made than it needed to be. Like, the core concept of Pokemon Snap is that you're a wilderness photographer, and you have this impenetrable force field vehicle, like HermitCraft, that goes through hostile environments full of Pokemon, and you take pictures of them. And there's no health in the game, you can't get hurt. So that's another thing that makes it very kid-friendly. But it's basically a Rails shooter, except you're shooting with a camera. So, you know, and it's a lot slower because it's a hovercraft. Hovercraft famously don't go very fast. I mean, there's some decent ones that the Navy has, but, like, I mean, for the most part, most hovercraft don't really go that fast. And this is no exception. But yeah, it's just they put a lot of effort into replayability. You play the same levels multiple times, but different things change. I don't know. It's been fun. So yeah, if you all get a chance, go ahead and check it out. A few things that I particularly liked about it is the levels are all named things like where they are and then the time. So the first level is called Park, and then parenthetically Day. And so I love this because every time I see it, I yell Happy Park Day because it feels fun, and I've been trapped in my apartment for a year. And that's the thing, is this game just creates opportunities for you to make your own fun. And my kid is just like, Dad, it's not Park Day. It's just a park. And then the next level, that you unlock in the game is Park Night. And I'm like, happy Park Night. And she's just like, no, it's just the park at night, Dad. And then we got to the next area, which was the jungle. And it's parenthetically day in the jungle. So I'm just like, happy jungle day. And my daughter's just like, our culture doesn't have that. And the reason she said that is because every time she's like, how come my friends are all getting presents for whatever random holiday from another country that we don't celebrate is? And, you know, my friend got a present today because it's this holiday. And I'm like, well, our culture doesn't have that. Like, you get presents on holidays that they don't get presents on. So, yeah, she's just spitting that back at me about Jungle Day, even though I'm over here trying to live my best life. But no, we don't have that in our culture. So, let's see. Yeah, and it's one of those things too, like, even though there's like a story mode, like, I'm not gonna come in here and be like, y'all, this story is the best thing ever. Because, like, I mean, honestly, like, all Pokemon games have some story. But a lot of, in Pokemon Snap, it's mostly just a framework for, we're explorers, we're following in the footsteps of explorers from 100 years ago, except with modern technology. We know there's cool stuff on these islands, and there's mysteries to solve, but we don't know exactly what they are. And, you know, it's not the most in-depth. It's not Knives Out, okay? You're not just like looking at the photographs and going, there's a hole in the center of this case, and I'm circling it. It's like, no, there's nothing like that. It's a silly game for fun people to have fun with. I don't know. This is also not a paid review. I bought this game, but I mostly just wanted an excuse to yell Happy Park Day when my daughter wasn't awake, so I won't get yelled at. Because, like, I'm recording this after she's in bed, so I can just sit here and be like, Happy Park Day! And, like, what are y'all gonna do? Leave a mean YouTube comment? Oh, no. I didn't think this through. But, yeah, if your kids like stuff like this, give it a try with them. Don't, you know, I mean, it is the sort of game, like, there's no questionable content. You could, like, leave your kids alone with the game, but it's a fun game to play together. And the fact that it's single controller, you know, you're practicing taking turns. It's, because it is only, like, a single player game, but it's so visual, and there's so many things happening on the screen at once that having an extra set of eyes doesn't hurt. So now we're gonna do a soft cut here, and I'm gonna have switched to replay mod at this point. So we're gonna turn the face camera back on right now. Every time Joe yells at night, I wonder if Corinne hears it. No, luckily. So she has a hard time falling asleep, but once she's out, she's usually out, which is a real blessing. Hey, welcome, Light says. So let's see, did we miss any PayPal tips or anything during that segment while I was talking? No, cool. Okay. Happy Jungle Day shirt. Well, the thing is, like, I didn't make Pokemon Snap, so I'm unlikely to make Pokemon Snap merch. Dang it. I feel like so this is either gonna look really good in replay mod or really terrible, because I'm bad at this. I missed the Park Day hype. Yeah. When I said this is a fun game for fun people, like, I do think that if you're like not a fun person, you will not enjoy Pokemon Go. Or Pokemon Snap. Sorry, you'll just feel like this. This is not a game to take far too seriously. Because there's some things in it like actually let me actually just let's go back into recording voice mode. So when I say this is a fun game for fun people, I will note that there are certain things about it that are randomized in such a way that doesn't feel especially fair. Like, if you were just trying to speedrun this game, if you're a speedrunner and you're like, I gotta get my personal best time ever, blah, 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 that sort of thing, like, this might not be the game for you because the RNG might be like, oh, nope, there's no Raichu on this part of the level 8 times in a row. Sometimes there's a Raichu here. He's surfing. Sometimes there's not. And if you're just playing the game casually, you're like, I'll do another round. I like that the game changes stuff and it's somewhat randomized. So it's fresh when you replay the same areas. Even though there are certain things that usually happen, there are some things that don't. But if you're like, oh no, I've got to get everything exactly right the first time, like, this is not your game. This is something else. This is something you play between games like that. Okay. I am running low on iron, so hopefully I don't need to leave this immediate area to get more iron. Hey, here we go. Can I post the PayPal link again? Yeah, sure. PayPal.me/JoeHills. Okay. Dizzy Rot Brain. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm hoping to have the pre-orders for the shirts up in the back half of the month. Okay. They will. My goal is to get the shirts shipping by the end of June. So I'm in like pre-production phase on those right now. But I've got like the print ready design. I've got my contact. The big thing is that my contact at the printing company that I'm using, I've had the same rep there for like since like 2008 or so. So like I've been working with this guy for 13 years. He's on vacation this week, so I am gonna get back with him next week about some details, and then I'll have everything I need to put the pre-order live, hopefully shortly after that. But I really value working with people who I know and who, like, when we've had a problem with something, I know that he can get it fixed. And he also knows that if we have a problem, if I complain about something, he knows I'm not just being whiny or that I don't know how printing shirts works, because we've worked together on so many different projects. Like, you know, I take him seriously, he takes me seriously. It's a good situation to be in. So it's worth waiting a little. You can get lanterns through villager trading. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, back half of June for shipping should be good, because by then it's not going to be competing with my daughter's school schedule or anything else really. Okay. Librarians hand out lanterns cheap. I had no idea. See, this is what I learned so much from the chat. Usually it's too late for me to actually apply that knowledge directly in context, but it's still nice to know it for future reference. Right? Okay. Yeah, it's a silk screening shop. But I've printed hundreds of shirts with my own designs on them through this guy, and then I used to design shirts as part of my day job at one of the last places or one of my previous employers, and with those, each time we did a run, we were usually printing 1,600 to 2,000, and so like I've probably printed 20,000 shirts through this guy and his company. So I don't want to just be like, hey, look, we're using Teespring. I hope you never put this in a dryer. Right? That's not cool. Nobody wants that. Okay. Okay, so I think we do want to add... We're going to replace the ground torches here, too, is what I'm thinking we'll do. Actually, wait, the ground torches should really be replaced entirely with the mushroom, or the redstone lamps. Okay, yeah, we'll put those there. Yeah, this is already looking way better, though. Yeah, so getting a shirt properly silk screened, somebody's like, what's the difference between that and just, going with somebody else? Properly silk screening a shirt, it'll withstand more washings. Like I said, I've been working with this company this vendor since 2008, and a lot of the shirts I got printed back then, I'm still wearing them. They're getting washed. I mean, they're definitely, you can tell that they're worn, but they're not falling apart. They're not embarrassing. It's just, you know what I mean? Whereas like you get like an inkjet printed shirt and it goes through the dryer once or twice, you don't get a year out of it. And I've put off doing merch on my YouTube thing here because I know how much effort it is to do right, but I know how bad it is if you're lazy about it, and I did not want to be lazy about it because y'all deserve the best. Because that's the thing, is doing it with the cheaper processes isn't even making the creators that much more money, because like Teespring and all these places have huge fees. They're pocketing the savings. It's not better for me. The best thing for me is for you guys to get great stuff. Now, granted, this means I'm shipping things myself, but hey, if I'm shipping things and doing fulfillment myself, then I can also, kind of keep an eye on everything top to bottom. I can QA stuff. Nobody's going to get something in the mail that I'm like, what? I can't believe a shirt that looked that bad went into an envelope, right? So, yeah. Okay, looks like we got another tip. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay, Alberic, thank you for the 5. That puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Who says, watching on Twitch and YouTube, the echo is real. Been a while. Are you settled in with the new place with working internet? Internet is working. One thing is the viewing numbers on Twitch and YouTube do not affect me in any way. They don't help my business if they're higher. They don't hurt my business if they're lower. What actually makes a difference is whether or not people tip. You just did that. You're good. The reason I stream on multiple services is because some people in some parts of the world or with their internet settings or whatever, YouTube is better for one, Twitch is better for another. So it's so that people can have the option of choosing the one they like best. Do not watch on both, because I literally will never see a difference on my end, and creating an echo for yourself is unnecessary. I appreciate the effort, but more importantly, I appreciate you supporting the arts by tipping 5. So thank you very much, Albrick. Yeah, oh, we are on the hour. I'm trying to remind myself to post the PayPal link every half hour or so, at least. Or like on the hour and half hour, even if I don't. But yeah, those numbers don't matter. Like, so there are some people who like, they make their money through like, sponsorships. And so they're like, well, I got to keep X number of views on Twitch so that I can get my $500 a month shoe sponsorship or whatever. I don't have that. None of that matters to me. I'm trying to avoid all that by just being viewer sponsored entirely, you know. I spend more on health insurance every month than I make from advertising related revenue, and health insurance is not my biggest expense. Okay. So yeah, y'all, the folks who tip are the ones that are keeping the show free for everybody, so it is appreciated. Okay. So I'm looking at this now, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Okay, so we're probably going to want to turn the camera off and bring this back in. So we'll end the fast replay mod stuff here. Whoops. Oh, wait, there's still... That doesn't need to be there. There we go. I just put a final lamp here. I've been replacing the torches on the ground with these redstone lamps. I've got the torches in the sky replaced with the lanterns. I think on the whole, this is really going to improve the whole area. These cliff faces here still have a lot of room for improvement. But yeah, this feels a lot better. Let's see. Oh, that's not a rocket. Let's see how it looks from back over here. That already just feels way better. So then once we wipe out those torches on the walls here, yeah, we're leaving this cave better than we found it. You know, I also see I've got some random torches around underneath the boxes, and then I've got some that don't have the boxes. Gotta sort all this out. But anyway, I should have done a soft cut there. We'll worry about this later. So yeah, let's go ahead and get up here. And maybe... Then from up here on top of the spider spawner, you kind of get a better glimpse of how this all comes together. And I'm pretty happy with it. I might extend the mycelium out a bit more here. I might clean up that wall some. But I'm feeling good about where this is on the whole. Time skip. Okay. So, stop recording. We definitely got enough audio there. Let's go ahead and we gotta let that replay file save. Okay, good. Click done. Never click the X. It deletes it, which is the stupidest thing. You would think like, oh, that'll dismiss it. No. No. Okay. Now what I should have done is I should have logged out and logged back in. I should have logged out and then logged back in before starting this time lapse, but I didn't think to. So, womp womp. Okay. Stream is still going. Making sure everything's going well here. Cool, cool, cool. We're good there. Okay, so this is me at that point. We have not yet started the replacements, so let's go ahead and we need to check how long in the video that I just made the actual movie review portion was, right? So I'm going to pull up, I need to set the production code on this, HC7079, raw Charlie. Pull this up here. Okay, so looks like we get into this pretty quick. So, and then I turn the face camera back on at about the 10-minute mark. Okay, so I need about 12 minutes of replay mod stuff here. Also, we just got a $5 tip. Thank you very much, Sarah. That puts us 5 away from the next face camera expansion. Oh, you can't see the... Why is the camera still off? Thank you very much, Sarah. I moved this. These 5 beads for you, who says, trying to be sure to tip when I re-up my subs. Hope you have a great night. Well, thank you very much for supporting the show, Sarah, and I hope you have a wonderful night as well. Okay, so... Okay, where were we? We're in replay mod here. We need to take probably about 25-30 minutes and run at triple speed with some cuts in here. So let's try it here. And so at what point do I actually come down here and start messing with this? We're currently running at 8x speed, kind of trying to scrub to the point where I'm actually gonna work on this. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, well, this is already clearly unhelpful. Okay. Beads and deeds. Okay, see, this is why we actually try to scroll or skim through, scrub through, and find the beginning, because this would have been silly for me to do so poorly. Okay, so 3850. Okay, wait. So pause. I've got the scaffold down at least here. So this is at 39. So we're going to come over here, set this to 390000, save, and then and then we're going to run it until actually wait. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually 40. Good to know. Save. Realistically, this... Okay, let's actually work backwards here. So I was like, so I spent 12 minutes talking about Pokemon Go. So I need to make this time lapse 12 minutes long. Incorrect. You know why? Because in the context of this video, I only have about 7 minutes of this video that I can spend talking about Pokemon Snap, right? So if I'm going to talk about new Pokemon Snap in only 7 minutes in this video, I need to cut down out of those 12 minutes of talking to the best 7 minutes. And then I need to make sure that this time lapse is about 7 minutes, right? So I need to understand this, okay? So we're going to come over here to the 7-minute mark, and we're going to add another time keyframe. And so, and we're going to set this to 62, I guess. Now, let's jump over to there and see if this works. Chechway says, Joe, I was just flying through the nether when my elytra broke. Luckily, I had a totem of undying, and I was able to swim through lava over to land. But I decided that was enough for me tonight, and I'll just watch you. Sounds like a solid plan there, Chechway. Okay, so at the 62-minute mark, we still hadn't replaced that torch. So that means we should run this until 63. Okay. Oh, cool. And now we are going to need to set how the camera should pan. Okay. So we're going to start with the camera. We're going to start with the camera here, maybe? We don't want to be in the wall, because that creates its own problems. Okay, and then we'll come around to over here. Let's remove that one. Come around to over here at this point. Now the thing is, that means if we don't want that to go straight through the middle there, we need to go to the 3-minute 30 mark and be roughly halfway between the two. So now we have this nice pleasant arc that is gonna... Okay, so let's make sure that we are happy with this. That actually feels maybe too far away. Let's come back to that. Let's get down here on the level more. Oh, but the problem is that I'm doing the higher up ones later to some degree, so this might be bad. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit play, and we're going to figure out how terrible this actually is. Okay, waiting to see how this goes. Waiting with Joe. Okay. Well, for one thing, I haven't actually started doing anything yet. So... Okay, so there we go. Yep, so that you can see me through there. The bees are moving around. The torches are flickering. Yeah, this is not exactly the epic super fast build mode, but okay, see, this is an example though, like knowing that scaffold there was out of range, right? That means that I probably should have come up a little bit higher here at this point. So we're going to put an extra keyframe here and snap that up and over. Okay. Hey, welcome, Katie. We're just doing some replay mod editing with the segment we just recorded. I'm worried to some degree that this doesn't look fast enough to really be a time lapse, but I don't know. Hopefully it works. So also it looks like I clearly should have moved, like, the first few seconds I'm not actually working on this yet. I'm like back there messing with the slimes still. Okay, so here's where I start actually going in. You know what I should do is I should also probably do a time lapse of me replacing all those flowers. That would have been smart. And it still can be. Okay. So core concept, because we stretched that one scaffold. So now these scaffolds that I'm putting in are all in frame. Like that one's in frame now. It wasn't last time. Some of these are occluded, but you can still always tell kind of where I am. We could swoosh the camera around like a roller coaster for 7 minutes, but it would make people sick. Yeah. There's me hiding behind the thing. Yeah, okay. This seems viable enough on the whole. I'm clearly not clipping anything. Let's go ahead and hit pause on this. We're going to queue this up for later. We're not going to run this now. This is, we're going to call this chorus because it's us doing the chorus. A1, save, no name tags, 1080p, add to queue. But we're not going to do it. Okay, now we're going to exit that replay, which takes a second to actually process. Waiting on the replay mod. Waiting as long as it takes. Yay, we're back at the menu. Replay viewer. You know what I realized I forgot to do? Was I forgot to put a thumbnail there. That would have been smart. Oh, boy. Let me do that real quick. Because that can make or break finding these later. Okay, now we have the thumbnail. Okay. When Minecraft YouTubers show more restraint than drone camera operators. Well, the thing is, like, drone camera operators actually have, like, a director and somebody who's, like, trying to thread the needle of what works and what doesn't, whereas I'm just like, I'm having fun. Okay. So, the problem with this replay mod file is going to be that I left to go... Oh, yeah, this is going to be rough. Okay, so the problem with this one is I left to go get the flowers. And anytime you leave in replay mod, you leave the dimension, you're going to have a bad time. So, what we need to do is we need to jump to right after I come back with the cornflower. Before I go to the swamp. Because we did 2 flower runs. We did a swamp run, and we did a, what do you call it? Other thing run. So, yeah, if I was thinking more clearly about this Monday night, I was just so exhausted. Because, like I said, Monday is the last night of the week for me. If I'd been thinking more clearly, I would have logged out of replay mod, or logged out and logged back in to make replay mod work for me, not against me. Okay. So, let's see. At this, whoa, what did I did not want to do that. Okay, so this is me on my way back to my base. So presumably at this point, I have the flowers. Whoa. Okay. So this, first off, let's go ahead and... Okay. Looks like PayPal is sending me old alerts. That's fine. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to go out of first person mode. We are going to fly up to where we want to be here. Hey, welcome Kojiro MC. And we are going to set this up so we have like a casual pan here. fast casual pan. Okay, so we're gonna, let's say we want to have 20 seconds here. The question is, how long does this need to be? Because if we go too long, we're going to accidentally go through the next nether portal, right? And nobody wants that. So we also want to add a little bit of an arc to this, because that'll be a little bit of extra zazz for the end product here. So we're going to add that there. Another visual keyframe. So now the camera arc looks like that pink arc. Camera's going to go up and over. There. Okay. Hey, Giovanno. Glad to see you. Okay. This should work. Now, the big question is how long, or what is the time index for this? Because if it's 45, basically we need to know how long I stay here before I go to the swamp. At least I don't go back through the nether, I don't think. So yeah, this might not break either way. Okay. But let's just go ahead and do a test run here. There's me running around, getting rid of all the red flowers. So on the preview, it's not necessarily showing the flowers getting replaced, but we are seeing the camera path. Okay, so then the question is, at the end of the camera path, where am I? Oh, this is when I was getting the bees out. Do I keep planting flowers for a little bit? What do we do here? Yeah, we get the bees out. And I don't pick. Dang it. Am I still gonna plant flowers? Am I done with the flowers? Planted a single additional flower at that point. Okay, so that was actually the good time to do that. Hey, Hard Luck, welcome, welcome. Glad you're enjoying the building style, Rachel. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to... This is such a quick export. This is going to be flowers A1. Save. This should be a very quick export. So we're just going to do a quick render on this. And I'm hoping to have shirts on sale by the end of the month, with them shipping by the end of June. Yeah, all the dimension hopping slows this down a little bit. Wish I had done that smarter. Okay. So, this is kind of high up, but you can still see that, like, okay, there's red and yellow flowers here. And I'm replacing them all with the other ones as we go. And I'll probably cut this down and I won't even use all. The bees following me around is also funny while that's happening. Slime's in the way. Yeah. More flower replacement. And we're working that way. Getting some of them up there. Yeah, I think that I've got this structurally set up the way we want. It looks like I actually stopped replacing flowers already by this point. So we're probably only going to use like the first bit. Hey, welcome to Toxic Boy. Glad you could join us. So we'll probably only end up using like the first 10 seconds of this, which means I didn't really need to spend a whole minute 40 seconds encoding it, but you know, that's how you live and learn. Could have cut that a little bit shorter. On something this length, you know, you can eat a minute here and there, but okay. So okay, so now what I can do is I can show y'all the actual output. Hold on. We need to change the media source to this. Okay. So here's the final version. And it's a lot faster. Obviously, it's a lot smoother. Okay. So turn that off. Okay. Close. We're going to save the keyframes as top down, first pass, save, and then let's just swap these actually. Just straight up swap them. Now, to figure out where the time codes need to be for this, though, we need to figure out when I got done with the swamp and come back. Yeah, all the sounds happen. Sorry, that's a replay mod joy. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, so here's me at the swamp for a while. Okay, then I'm back. Where do I go? Do I actually go back in? Yeah, so this might be where we actually want to have our time code. Start, we're going to need to remove that one. Okay, so that was 57:16. So we'll add that time keyframe there. Rip that one out. Uh-oh. Oh no, I lost my earlier time keyframe. Oh, it placed it over there. There's no undo button on this. Oh, there is. They added an undo button. Awesome. Okay. So now this works. So now, we're going to go ahead and do the test render, where we do the camera. Hey, Gritmonger, glad you could join us. Welcome, welcome, as always. Okay. Hey, thank you to Albrick for tipping another 5, who says, my wife says I should buy a t-shirt. Very excited, love the streams. Awesome, well, I'm excited to be able to get those out to y'all pretty soon. Let's go ahead and... Oh no, I can't. I need to switch my mouse to here. Because at that point, that's our next $20 tipping milestone, Albrick. So thank you very much. It's time to... Oh no, Minecraft keeps reclaiming the mouse cursor. Expand Joe. So there we go. And we are now evenly 20 away from the next tipping milestone. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's got to render me going through the several dimensions. Oh, boy. Sorry about this, folks. Here we go. Back to game. Did it render? Come on. No, from cursor position. Okay. Let's see if it's actually gonna work. Please work. Replay mod is great, but it has certain limitations, and one of those limitations is everything goes smoother if you don't go through a portal. Don't go through a portal in the middle of your file. It adds this level of suspense where I'm like, hi, can I have a file at the end of this, please? Womp womp. That's on me. I should have done better. Okay. No, it just dumped me back here again. Okay, so well, in theory, this is going to work fine. Because, I mean, let's just go for it. Save, render, show preview. Okay. So I should be arriving here and starting to place the bright blue flowers. Okay. So I'm just running around, placing those. Hey, while that processes, it looks like we got a tip for 20 from Mr. Hardluck, who says, I finished my jury duty today. I ended up making friends with a nice Jamaican lady who's going to make me homemade Jamaican food in exchange for mowing her lawn. Awesome! Well, I'm glad you had a positive experience come out of that. Doing your civic duty and then finding ways to, you know, barter for goods and services. Yay! Anyway, you might have noticed these chains. Well, every time we've hit a $20 tip-in milestone so far, we've demonstrated the money going straight to my head. But, like Jacob Marley, sometimes I need to be reminded that humanity is my business. And so, at this point, each additional face camera expansion will be accompanied by a corresponding drop in Joe Pasty. Here we go. Enter the Joes. Bum, 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 bum. We are at 90% Joe Pasty now. That'll drop to 80 when we get our next 20 in tips. So let's go ahead and make sure that that is set up properly there. Yay, it is. Okay. Close this. Okay, let's see how that one turned out. If I change this URL, or not URL, file path here, and we turn that on. Okay, so this is the output of that, and as you can see, I'm just running all over the place, putting all the blue flowers in. I feel like maybe this is too up there. Okay, we're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna turn that off. Okay. Is the stream stuttering for anyone else? It was probably because it was in the middle of the replay mod render. I kind of wonder if I should just have like a nice, simple sweeping pan here. Where we start like here. And we end like here. Or maybe, I guess the problem is I don't want that block to be in the foreground. That's a really obnoxious block. Here. Okay. So we're going to name this flowers C1 render. Okay. I thought your timing was great because I can't do anything during the render anyway, Hard Luck. I appreciated the tip. So thank you. Okay. Awesome. Waiting on the world. Waiting for it. Waiting on the world. Hey, welcome, Sir Borden. Welcome, randomly, Sydney, Raina Mir. Welcome, anybody else who rolled in. Gulch, glad you're back. Serena Rice, I know you've been here, but glad to have you as always. Okay, great. So, at this point, yeah, see, like these top level, it shows the little unplugged symbol. I'm not sure that I love that, but, you know. See, this feels kind of nicer. It's like the top down with the flowers, since the flowers are so small, like this just feels more cozy, I guess. And it kind of portrays the little garden area feeling more garden-y. 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 Welcome, Panda. Looks like I have a few seconds at the end of this where you didn't really need me anyway. Well, I kind of liked having that little zoom there. That was nice. Okay. So let's see how that looks. I'm gonna do the direct to. I'm gonna do the take the output file and dump it straight into OBS here, like we done with the other ones. Okay. So I fly in and boom, I'm just leaving a trail of blue flowers everywhere. Yeah, this I don't love the little no unplugged symbol, but yeah, this kind of feels better. Okay. So we're gonna turn that off now. Okay, close. Cozy. Okay, let's go ahead and load the first pass, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna remove the keyframes. And instead, we're gonna kind of set this up similarly here where we've got kind of a cozier look at it. Oh, these trees really kill this path, don't they? Yeah. Okay. There might not be a great second angle to shoot this from. Maybe shooting it from here to there was the right call in the first place. Okay. Okay. Save, render camera path. Flowers D. Save. Render. Okay. Once again, it has to pre-run through all the extra dimensions. Womp womp. Okay, so show preview. Hopefully, like, even the thing is, when I do a 20-second clip out of this, if I get 7 or 8 usable seconds out of it, I'm gonna stack these kind of together and make this work, hopefully, pretty well. Mahi0 says, I don't plan to do YouTube stuff myself, but I really like to see how it's made. I enjoy seeing the back end of the video editing. I'm glad. Yeah, because this is kind of a weird thing that, like, you know, it's not... like, there's a lot of decisions that have to be made. And knowing how to make those decisions or things like that is a skill that is honed over time. It's not difficult, but it is something that I've been refining, and I still have a lot of room for improvement on, clearly. So like what I might do, so I'm cutting this so it's the same length as the top down shot. These are all 20 seconds roughly. And so I can intersperse part of this with the top down shot, and I think it'll work out okay in the end. Okay, then I run off to go get the bees. Okay, that's fine. So really, this was the one where I was like, only the first few seconds of this is really perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up and see how it turned out here. Okay. So, like, the big thing I want is me punching out those reds and just replacing them. Like, just that little bit there where I replace that cluster of reds and I splice that in with some other stuff. It's going to pay off. Okay. So, close. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see. I think that we've got what we needed out of this. I don't remember if I had set a thumbnail. We're going to exit Actually, let's save as cozy first pass, because I'm going to probably re-export the 2 cozy ones later without the camera mod on, so I don't have that silly icon. Or the prox chat mod. Okay, so we're going to go back. Hey, Skull Pirate. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server. It looks like it's just me and Cub Fan online at the moment. Late night crew. My base is kind of north of Doc M77s and east of B00-100s. I just wanted to turn night into day so we can go outside real quick and I can show you. A lot of my base is subterranean here. Womp. But we have also got a model of a lighthouse I've been working on. Whoa, why is the video not working? Hold on. The video is not transmitting. That's interesting. Hold on, let's see what is going on here. Y'all are looking at a static image. There we go. Yay, we fixed it. Anyway, like I was trying to say, my base is partially subterranean. Wrong screen. Thank you, Navada. I've got this whole cave down here with my bees, my chorus fruit farm, and my triple spawners. So zombie, spider, and skeleton. Hi, skeletons. Y'all can just go, die in a fire. I put out 9. Anyway, up here, my neighbor Doc M77 to the south, and my neighbor B00-100 is over here to the east. Yay, no more static image. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Yay. So B00's base is over here. Oh wow, this canyon ravine he's been working on is cool. He's always doing something, that B-dubs. But yeah. We've got my Brandenburg gate here with actual horses. My winery. Jonathan Banks is in Deep Space Nine. Oh, he's great in other stuff. Yeah, thank you for telling me, Darth Xander. Season 1, episode 13. I'll have to look into that. Hopefully that's a good episode, because I like Jonathan Banks, but I know some season 1 episodes of any given Star Trek series can be kind of rough. Okay. So, oh, sorry. I'm bopping the mic stand. Let's see. So this is also part of my base. Thank you, Dehydra. I do what I can. Okay. Battle Lines is the title of the episode. I don't remember that one, but I'll look into it. A battle line. Wait, did I run out of lanterns over here, or is there just a dog in the way? Okay, there's just a dog. I was worried for a second. Okay, so we do still have, like, a lot of lighting issues, broadly speaking, kind of scattered throughout here. I wanted to make it more moosh or shroom lighty, but I think I was running low on those even before I started all this. Yeah. We do have plenty. So I'm almost wondering if I should take a page out of Cleo's book and just cover all this with dirt, grass, and bushes. Because mobs can't spawn on bushes anyway. Bushes. How are we on? Don't take any pages out of her armor stand book. That's a good point. Wait, which way does this hair go? I have a hair out of place. There we go. Okay. Moss carpet. Yeah, we can't do moss yet, though, because this is still the, got a slime head at one point, too. Okay. It's interesting. I also think that there are certain places where we need to maybe add 1 or 2 provisional extra lanterns, because I saw a zombie spawn on top of that thing earlier, like the other day, and so I kind of want to just pop up here real quick and deal with that too. Like just boop. Boop. Oh, dang it, that doesn't work that way. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. And then put one here. Okay. Put that like there and there. Then for up here, like where we've got this ledge here, I think what I want to do is have this be, rather than having it lit by that, have it lit by something like this, and then we just pull that out, right? That feels safe. Okay. Yeah, this feels better. Okay. You know, I want to go and we've got these red ones up here. I want to do those too from the old stairwell. Let's go ahead and hop up here. Yeah, I didn't know there was a Command and Conquer update coming out. That's cool. I played that some when I was very young. I haven't played it in probably 20 years. But it was always fun. So I'm glad they're still doing that. From here, the little parkour challenge. Can I get over to there? No. Dang it. That would have been fun, though. So this is where the original stairs were in the old tunnel down here. Let's go collect those, because we are going to need a lot of them to actually do this right. Okay. I feel like some of these torches are kind of extra. Also. Hey, Zloy Raid! Welcome, y'all! Howdy, my name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server. If you are familiar at all with the HermitCraft server in any way, you might know Doc M77. This is the back of his goat sculpture here and his chateau. My base stretches from way over there to way over here. And then beyond that is B00-100's little medieval village over here. So that'll help you get geographically acclimated. So here's B00's area. And then here's mine. We got my winery. We've got my model, 2/5 scale of the Ever Given. I took some liberties with the colors. And, you know, also the paint job. Wrote HermitCraft on the side there. But this is actually lodged in here. This is the, or this used to be the only way to get from that body of water to this body of water. This is the Strait of Gibraltar, and it connects the Mediterranean Sea over here with the shopping district and everything to the Atlantic Ocean, which connects to like the Christmas district and B-Dubs' place. B00, in order to move a villager, actually had to dig a river over here to reconnect his base. Okay, B00 had to dig this river here to reconnect his base to the Mediterranean Sea. I had not only built a 2/5 scale model, but I did so in such a way that it actually blocked commerce on the server. So it's a working model of the Ever Given. I am very, very proud of that. Okay. Oh, I'm not just talking to Zloy, I'm talking to the raiders, too. Zloy might be vaguely aware of how HermitCraft works. And fine, I'll eat something. Okay, so we were just in the process of working on lighting up the old stairwell markers. Because the original entrance to this subterranean area here was through this pirate ship. This was my, like, very, very starter base. Was I had a sunken ship, and I got rid of the water, and I started digging a mine down. And the stairs went diagonally there. You can see the ceiling over them. This is where the stairs used to be. And so what I'm doing is the stairs had these panes of glass with torches over them. And I'm refining them a little bit here to match better with the purple panes of glass over there. So, yep. Yeah, who needs spatial awareness? Okay. Let's see. Sorry, Kenny McCormick, this is an invite-only server, and I do not control the invites. And that will be very obvious. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, the PayPal app keeps crashing. I wanted to make sure, since we're getting to the hour, if I missed any tips, that I caught them. So let me double check that. Okay. So yeah, anyway, this red stairwell here, or these red marks, red panes marked the old stairwell. So I'm in the process of converting those to lamp hangers, which I need to use the scaffolding for. Okay, so how far this way can I go? Can I get that far? Kind of dubious about getting that far out, but I'm losing a lot of elevation if I come down here. Whoops. It's working. Okay. Hanging that there. Do I have a favorite block? Probably the low block, so if somebody's going for my shins, I don't get kicked in the shins. It's not a great place to be kicked, and so I would rather block that if I see it coming. Of course, you don't always see it coming, but you know, you do what you can. Hey, welcome, Sapphire Goblin. Okay. So, yeah. Wait, what is that one of the original? Yeah, that's one. Okay. So I was lined up with that. It's like when you're directly below it, it's hard to see because it's just like a single pixel. Hey, Kelsey Views, thank you for the 3, who says, I heart the Ever Given. Well, thank you very much. That puts us 17 away from our next face camera expansion. And Joel Graves, thank you for the 5, who says, howdy Joe, been busy with finals, about to be busy with internship, finally got to catch another stream. The best block equals shield. Man, I am terrible at shield blocking. But either way, though, Joel, congrats on the internship, and good luck on being done with finals. That'll be great. Okay. Okay, so we might be a little bit short on scaffold, but luckily we've been spawning a bunch of spiders over here. So why don't we get some string and some bamboo, and we can make, if you can dream it, you can perceive it. Is that because dreams are perception? I don't really know. We might also be about to die of poison. In terms of good plans or bad plans, this is maybe not a great one. Thank you, Sapphire Goblin. Yeah, I trimmed my mustache just the other day. Okay. So how are we on stream? 26. 29. That's not bad. Okay. And we had bamboo somewhere. Did I have bamboo back here? Or did I use it all up? 1 bamboo. But, hey, there's a bunch of extra scaffolding. So we can just kind of cut out the middle spider. There. Cut out the middle panda. I don't know. Didn't think that went through. Honestly, don't need to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, let's drop off the redstone stuff for now, too. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, up we go. Let me double check. Dehydra says, I never saw an American look so Scandinavian. Well, I do what I can, but as far as I know, I don't really have any Scandinavian. Okay. It's mostly Polish, Scottish, Irish, German. So there we are. Boop. Okay, and if we come over this way, can we reach this one? Okay. I think we got them all. If we look down here diagonally, we don't see any that are torches instead of... Yeah, that's looking good to me. So let's go ahead and reclaim our scaffolds at the bottom. Hey, looks like we just got a tip from Gripmonger for 20. So that puts us 8 past our next face camera expansion. Let's go ahead. What did I just do? Oh. I'll deal with that later. I just knocked a box of glasses screwdrivers into a helmet. Oh, and then I just kicked something. We're going to leave that. And we're going to Where's the camera? Dear camera, please work. Expand. Just. Do. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 80%. Gripmonger writes, got my shot number 2 today, fully vaccinated, celebrating by watching the stream. Go, man, go. Well, thank you very much, Gripmonger, for that. Yeah, that was not great. That, my Legends of the Hidden Temple helmet is now full of eyeglass screwdrivers and hex wrenches. Although most of the screwdrivers fell out, actually, when I picked it up. So now the floor is full of hex wrenches and screwdrivers. Oh. I'll deal with that later. Womp womp. Okay. So we were going to destroy this. Yay, scaffolds. I think I do want to refill this with lava. I liked this being full of lava before. I have caused problems, and I am chagrined, says Gripmonger. Oh, thank you, Gripmonger. I'm glad that you feel like you got your money's worth. It's one of those things like, there are some days where it's like, I know I'm tired, and I feel tired. And there are other days where I'm like, oh, I feel great. I've got so much energy. But, like, my hand-eye coordination is off, and I'm like, okay, I've knocked over a bunch of things so far. What time is it? Oh, okay. It's late. So, dang it. Yeah. Womp womp. Local snail enthusiast says, I'm so happy for everybody getting vaccinated, but my government is so slow with ours. I only know 2 people who have had 1 dose. Yeah, that's rough. I'm really hoping that as we hit like, it looks like America, we're kind of hitting demand, and I'm hoping that we can start redistributing, or not redistributing, but distributing some of our output to the rest of the world as we get caught up, because it seems like at this point we're outproducing demand, and so yeah. Genesis says, "Why do you like your hair long?" Genuine question. Well, I have a chronic cough, and there's a pandemic on, so even though I've got 2 vaccine shots, no barber wants me in their barbershop coughing, even if I'm wearing a mask, for an hour. So I'm not gonna do that, and I'll save some money on hair stuff, I guess. On haircuts for now. I don't know. I'm not too worried about my appearance. Like, I feel like it's fine regardless. Hair long, hair short. Like, it's not a concern. Like, some of y'all worry about this stuff way more than me. No, the dog. I'm glad your mom's going to be getting her first shot later this week. Blaze Anarchy Banana says, I should just become Rapunzel. Yeah, I mean, that's another great option. Shiny Sylveon says you could cut your own hair. No? That's one of the few scenarios where I think my hair actually could look bad, and so I'm not going to do it. Okay. So, yeah, we've got those lanterns mixed in there on the decline. So, like, yeah, when you're here, you can kind of see the old remnants. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, just little stuff like this. I've got to figure out this wall. Got to figure out so much of this. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking is fill in with lava over there. Fix this water feature over here. XB kept asking me. He kept asking me occasionally. He was like, Joe, that water feature, what does it do? And I was like, well, it's water. And he's just like, but why is it there? I'm like, well, there was water there when I dug this out, and so I kept it. And he was never satisfied. So it looks like he finally removed the source blocks that were causing this water feature. But now it's just like a pit. Like, I don't think he improved it. I don't know. Thank you, Dale. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the hair is long enough to braid. Or at least, like, I don't have the fine motor skills to braid hair this length. Like, I can braid my daughter's hair, but it's way longer than mine. And it's not mine, so, like, I'm working, like, instead of being, like, in the back of my head trying to overlay stuff, it's like I'm working in front of me. Yeah, I'll just put a sign here that says XB Crafted's Pit. I don't know, like, I think... Yeah, don't come in here advertising Hewlett-Packard. I'm kind of mad about them buying Compaq still. Like, yeah, very frustrating. Like, the first computer that I bought with my own money was a Compaq. And it wasn't the best computer, but it was the first one that I bought new with my own money when I was going off to college. Because up until then, I had spent, like, a decade just piecing things together from used parts. Like, I had never had a new computer ever. And then HP rolls in. It's like, no. So you come in my stream, you start advertising HP? No, I don't have time for that. Get an XP head from Cleo and put an armor stand of him down in the bottom of the pit. Yeah. I can make him in scuba gear when I refill it with water. That's a good point. Okay, well, let's see. So even though I'm feeling pretty decent, I do have an early morning tomorrow, and I'm already knocking things off my desk, which means I'm too tired to be coordinated. So let's see, before I die in game and lose all my armor somehow, or something silly like that. Let's see. Well, it looks like Colorado Pinball is playing Attack from Mars, which is one of my favorite tables to play in real life. So why don't we go ahead and raid them? Is this tab muted? So if I click on it, yeah, they're usually still going because they're an hour behind me in the time zones. So we'll go ahead and raid Colorado Pinball. Go ahead and say, howdy, Paul and Snow. Joe Hills raid here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Da 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 da. Oh, I remembered to use the right hand this time. Usually I'm like waving over here. I'm like, no, this way. We did it. Yay.